There you are. One sec while I do all this malarkey, getting myself organized on the old multi-streaming. One sec now. I can hear myself. I don't hear myself. Good. Now, just let me check Facebook. The meditation's coming. Just let me make sure I can see everybody who's joining and see if they've got any questions or see their comments. Brilliant. All looking good. Okay, how are you? Are you well? I hope you're well. It's fine if you're not, but I hope you are well. Time for a bit of meditation. This isn't a class, it's just a chance to meditate together. It's part of the further emergence work that I do. I'll explain what that all means when we're finished the meditation, so if you want to find out about that, stick around till then. If you're used to meditating, if you're an experienced meditator, that is brilliant. Can you just hang on for a minute though while I explain what I do, just for the benefit of people who are new to meditation? Because meditation is a funny thing, but people feel almost embarrassed if they don't know how to do it, and almost, like there's something wrong if they have to ask. And I'm basing that on people getting in touch saying to me, what do you actually do? So there's lots of different styles of meditation. This is just what I do. And for me, it starts with why I would meditate. Because I'm trying to connect with the part of me that I connect to every night when I go to sleep. Not the dreaming bit, the bit after dreaming. So I'm dreaming and then I drop out the bottom of dreaming into deep dreamless sleep, where I have no memory of being there. I've got no thoughts. I've got no body. I've got no country. I don't even have me. I sort of cease to exist in the way that I normally register my existence. Which, when you put it like that, or when I put it like that, that sounds awful. That sounds like death. Yet, I love going to sleep. And when I wake up in the morning, I feel refreshed. So some part of me knows that that's a good place to go to. And that's the place I want to go to when I meditate. I just want to do it consciously. So straight away, if you're new to meditation, don't try this lying down. Because if you lie down, you will fall asleep or you'll battle sleep, both of which are kind of counterproductive to, going deeper into this. So yeah, sit up. You don't have to sit in a lotus position or anything like that, unless you're comfortable to sit like that. Just a chair is fine, but if you are going to sit in a chair, make sure it's not too comfortable, like a big comfy chair that you're going to fall asleep in, because you're back into the falling asleep side of things. So yes, sitting up in a reasonably uncomfortable chair. As I say, when I go to this place at night, my mind doesn't go there. And similarly with meditation, I've got to work out something with my mind. I've got to kind of part the curtains of my mind to get into this kind of mysterious, deep place. So I just make an arrangement with my mind where I say, hey, could you just not think for the next 15 minutes while we meditate? And at this stage, my mind is on board for the whole thing. It's had a lot of experience. I've been meditating for many years. So it's fine with it. It's like, yeah, okay. Now, if you experience a bit of resistance towards that, then give your mind the sorts of things your mind likes. Your mind likes concepts, ideas, thoughts, that kind of thing. So read up on meditation, watch some videos on meditation, help your mind get around it, get its head around it. So once your mind is on board, that's good. Then the next thing is to stop thinking. Now that's relatively easy, because regardless of what I'm thinking about, the structure of my thoughts is always the same. It's always pictures and sound. So if I turn off the pictures and I turn off the sound, I'm not thinking. I've stopped thinking. And then as soon as I do that, I'm into the practice of meditation. Now, the practice of meditation runs parallel with the intention of meditation. So my intention with meditation is to go to this deep, mysterious, profound, all the words that you read about meditation, still, zen-like, calm, all that stuff. That's where I want to go to. Okay, that's my intention. The practice of meditation starts as soon as I stop thinking. So I turn off the pictures and I turn off the sound. Then what will happen is a little bit of time will pass and I'll discover that I'm thinking again. So I go, oh, I'm thinking again, right? Turn off the pictures, turn off the sound. I stop thinking again. And some more time will pass and I'll discover I'm thinking again. I go, oh, I'm thinking again. Okay. Turn off the pictures, turn off the sound. I stop thinking again. Then a little bit of time will pass and I'll discover that I'm thinking again. I go, oh, I'm thinking again. Turn off the pictures, turn off the sound, and so on. Just repeatedly bringing my mind back. Every time I discover that I'm thinking, bringing my mind back to not thinking. That's the practice of meditation. And I sort of draw your attention to that if you're new to meditation, because it's quite easy to get the misconception that to do meditation properly, you shouldn't be thinking at all. And that's not the case. It's a combination of the two. The intention and the practice of meditation kind of go together in a lovely kind of dance. So sometimes you'll be very deep and, in this deep, profound, mysterious, possibly eternal, beautiful place. And then other times you'll be discovering that you're thinking. And both are powerful, because it's powerful when you're in that deep part of yourself, but then it's also powerful when you discover that you're thinking. Because if you're like me, the sort of things you'll be thinking about are all to do with you. So I will be, wondering, why did that person say that thing about me? Or how am I going to pay this bill? Or where did I park the car? Or whatever. Now, if I discover I'm thinking, I go, oh, I'm thinking and I'm meditating, so I'm going to turn off that pictures, turn off the sound. I'm going to stop that thought. Indirectly, what I'm saying to myself is, that thought that you were thinking an instant ago that you thought was you and you were really wrapped up and involved in, well, you just made that disappear. So you're not that thought. You're not any of your thoughts. You're something else. Now, that's very powerful. And the fact that you do that repeatedly during your meditation, that's very powerful too. So the two go together and back and forth. So if you find or you feel or you think that you're thinking a lot in the meditation, that's just another thought. So in the same, just get rid of it. The main thing is that every time you discover that you're thinking, you just come back to not thinking. If you do that, you're doing great. Doesn't matter how many times you have to do that in the course of meditation. Could be 200 times, 300 times, doesn't matter. Just every time you discover you're thinking, bring yourself back to not thinking, and you'll be doing a great job. Now, while all that's going on, I'm also becoming more conscious of my body, and I'm letting go of tension in my body wherever I find it. And I have a system for that, because it's too vague without it. I scan my body from my head down to my feet and back up again, and anywhere I find tension, I let it go. And I use my out breaths to let it go. I do that for two reasons, because one, it's very natural to just, let it go, let the tension go when I find it with my out breath. But then also, it's a good way to remember to breathe, because it's quite easy to forget to breathe during meditation. I know that sounds crazy, but it is. Using the out breath is very helpful. The other thing is, when I'm scanning my body as up and down, I'm paying particular attention to any structures that go across my body, because mostly my body runs head to toe, but anywhere that structures go transverse or across my body, they have a tendency to accumulate tension. A bit like a log going across a stream, it sort of picks up all the leaves and the twigs and whatever comes down the stream. Same with transverse structures in my body, they pick up tension the same way. So, as I'm scanning, I'm paying particular attention to my eyes, my jaw, my tongue, the base of my neck, my shoulder girdle, my joints, so my shoulders, my elbows, my wrists, my fingers, my heart area, my respiratory diaphragm, all my intestines, my pelvic floor, my hips, my knees, my ankles, and my toes. If you're a nice quiet, helpful if you're new to meditation, somewhere where you're not going to be disturbed. The quiet is helpful, because as soon as you close your eyes, your hearing will amplify. So the less noises that you have, the less triggers for thinking, because that's what little noises do, they trigger thoughts. The other thing I do to help my mind is I set a timer for how long I'm going to meditate for. So I'm going to set my timer for 15 minutes. If you're new, I'd set it for shorter. I'd set it for like 5 minutes and then repeat that 3 times. Because 15 minutes is a long time if you're not used to it. Okay, so any questions? Nope. Facebook, no. All right. Okay, off we go then. Off we go into the mystery. Okay, if you feel like you've gone very deeply inside yourself and you need a bit of time to come back from that before you open your eyes, then take the time you need. Or if you feel like you can hold the inner space and the outer space at the same time, then just open your eyes. And if when you do that you feel like you've lost it, the inner space, then you can just close your eyes again, check in with the inner space. Oh, there it is again. Open your eyes again. If you lose it again, close your eyes. You can use your eyes as a valve or an equalizer. So these meditations are part of the further emergence work that I do, as I said at the beginning. Further emergence is about growth, really, inner growth specifically. Our bodies grow as we're kids and then become adolescents, and then at adults, when we become an adult, our body stops growing and switches into a different mode. But we keep growing on the inside. And just like when we were growing up, sometimes in your body, you can go through periods of accelerated growth, or what is colloquially known as growth spurts. And the same can happen on the inside. You can go through accelerated periods of growth on the inside, growths in consciousness, really. And when that happens, that can be quite disorienting. It can be quite lonely, because you can go from one day everyone relates to you and you relate to everybody, and then the next day no one gets you, no one gets what you're talking about. That's one way it can manifest, or you can feel like you're blocked, you're stuck. That's another way. These are kind of signs of further emergence. Disorientation is common. Feeling like waking up one day and going, who am I in this life that I have created? I don't recognize myself. I don't recognize my life. I don't really fit in here anymore. Everything seems slightly different, the same but different, that kind of thing. It can manifest as physical symptoms. That's another way. Nothing serious, like nothing life-threatening. Well, sometimes it can be life-threatening, but mostly it's just debilitating, where it feels like the pause button has been pressed on your life. That's what the effect of the symptoms. There's lots of different other ways further emergence can manifest, but mostly it's to do with inner growth and that kind of acceleration of inner growth. So that can be, as I say, quite disorienting. So, I've been through it many times myself, and I've helped lots of people through it. So these meditations are part of helping with that, because the more you understand and know your inner space, the easier it is to navigate these growth spurts. I also do a Zoom group every week. They're on Friday, so tomorrow there'll be another one. And that's a chance to meditate a bit deeper, to talk to and interact with people who are also going through the same kind of process you are, and kind of go, oh, I'm not on my own. There are other people who are going through the same kind of thing as me. So there's questions and answers, and they're all on the different feeds, the further emergence, Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. You can kind of see them. I put them up there, so you can see what a Zoom group is like and come along to one of those. The Zoom link for that is on the website, furtheremergence.com. And then the other thing I do is I work with people one-on-one. So today is one of the days I was doing that. So that's a combination of talking and then behind the scenes work, distance kind of behind the scenes work. So I spent a lot of today meditating as I do on the days that I see people. So yeah, if that resonates with you, if that's like, ringing a little bell inside, you can go and look on the different channels, or whatever your favorite channels, follow along on those to kind of keep up with the different things that I post. Yeah, or you can go to the website, furtheremergence.com. All right, so thanks for meditating with me. It's lovely. You did great. And yeah, see you tomorrow for some more meditation. Bye.